Hello there, all you super good people. And I hope everybody's doing all right. And there's nobody in the room. That's all right. Yeah, I don't mind being alone, talking to myself. Let's see here. I think we're going to change a light. Let's see. Right here. Let's see. Does this work? Maybe it will. Oh. There we go. I think. There we go. Yeah, that's better. That is much better. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Now we're complete. We're complete with nobody in the room. But that's all right. Let's see. Stuff around here. Right. I just try to get videos done, but it's not that easy, you know. It's not that easy to get videos done. No. I try very hard. Hopefully things will get done. You know. And I just hope I get another vehicle this year so I can do some traveling. And hopefully the gas prices will stay down a little bit, because last year the gas prices were just insane. Plus, you know, I had to drive up to Staples and I had to bury her brother. So, you know, my brother, our brother, you know, which was sad. And I went up there 3 times. Oh, hey there, old school Dave. Hey, yeah. I'm just kind of working on some other videos, but I'm kind of behind myself, you know. Yeah, sometimes I'm just either so busy or so dizzy, one of the two, you know, really. Yeah, hopefully I can work on getting a Crown Victoria or something. Did I get a new camera? No, I got that same Logitech Logitech camera. I'm just wearing a blue thing tonight. Yeah, it was so weird. Eggy having my song on his channel. I don't get it. It blew my mind. It blew my mind. Putting my song on his channel. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's the trouble, you know, when you're in a group like I am, it's, you know, yeah, it is. But sometimes, you know, when you're where I am, see, I mean, okay, one of the tops of Simi and Jimmy's Twitter thing, you know, some people seem to think that I have easy access to Simi and Jimmy, and I don't. No, I I'm in the bottom. I'm in the bottom of the group. You know, there's me down here, Heartsy's up here. Okay, and then you got Kino Corner. And, oh, hey there, Kool Aid Ham Man. How you doing? All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm in the bottom and stuff, and yeah, I'm just in the bottom of everything. Yeah, kind of stinks. At least in this place, I can talk a little bit. I don't have to wear those headphones anymore. And maybe the next time I'm on Simi and Jimmy's show, he says it'll be at the end of May, and I don't know what he's going to plan. I have no idea until the show is on his show anyway. That'll be with Heartsy again. And of course, Heartsy's always asked the first question. I'm asked the second question, and half the time I'm, you know, trying to remember the past, which is getting harder as I get older. But I remember the past, and Heartsy remembers the present. That's how it works, something like that. And anyway, oh boy, oh god, yeah, I just gotta get my other videos done. I won't. Okay, I'll give you some hints. Yeah, I won't. I'll try not to anyway. I'll try not to. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just weird. Oh, I'll tell you what happened over a year ago. Some of it I'll have to, it's just. Oh, where was I? Oh yeah. Well, for one thing, one is a food video I've done with my characters, and another is kind of sort of a travel video. It's I can't really travel very far anymore because my Park Avenue is really going to breaking, because I live in Minnesota, and with front wheel drive in the state of Minnesota, they salt the roads a lot, and yeah, that's why I'm going to get that because I was told by the mechanic John's Auto in Wadena, and that's what he said. I didn't say that. He says that when you have rear wheel drive, it's full frame, and in front wheel drive, it's half a frame. So the front wheel drive doesn't last as long. That's what John said. I didn't say that. John from John's Auto in Wadena, Minnesota said that to me. And he splits fixing law enforcement vehicles and ambulances with Steve's Alignment. I did business with Steve's Alignment because Steve and Robin Weigscheid are nice people, and I get along with them fine. And John didn't like me, so that's fine. John gets plenty of business. I get this. When Wadena, Minnesota, where they like doubled the roads and stuff like that. See, they tore down like a couple of houses, and they tore down some electric company building, and part of John's parking lot got torn down. So John got a bunch of money for that because the state will pay good money if they tear down your property. You can sometimes get a little more, but it's eminent domain for roads, as you and I know. It's eminent domain. Once in a while, okay, maybe you can, keep some kind of fancy building up, but I don't think you can as often as you used to, though, because I think people are beginning to care probably a little less than they used to. Yeah, well, I know they're always going to keep up the White House and all that. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the White House getting torn down. Maybe it'll get flooded or something. Who knows? Because it's near the water. So, but anyway, yeah, they. Okay, let's see. I was talking about yeah, something. What did I talk about again? I keep forgetting. I had a third like and down to a second. That's okay. You can go down to 0 likes. That's okay. Or third, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's okay. 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. And then it's on the 2 again. Okay. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, there you go. Okay. Somebody's playing with me. I wonder if this is that monkey mafioso or something. He likes to play these kind of interesting games. Or maybe he's not around tonight. Yeah, Clyde Hammond is always doing great. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I lost my train of thought tonight. Let's see. I was talking about Crown Victorias. Oh yeah, I was talking about the garages. Yeah, John. That's what John said. Is front wheel drives don't last as long as rear wheel, because that's what he said, and I believe him. And see, the trouble is these days, trucks and SUVs, they want a lot of money for it now. Everybody wants those all-wheel and four-wheel drives. Everybody wants them these days. The front-wheel drives, looks like no people aren't wanting them anymore because they don't last. And they're saying to those vehicle companies, we want all-wheel drive. We want four-wheel drive. We want SUVs. We want pickup trucks. Vans, not so much. Some people want vans, sure, but not as much as they used to. I remember in the 70s, all those vans they used to have, Dodge and Ford and Chevy. Yeah, Dodge vans are very popular. They were all over the place. Well, kind of Ford and or the Chevy was almost like Dodge. Dodge vans were just all over the place. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'll tell you why on that one. It's because of that cash for clunkers some years back. When people see cash for clunkers, that's when metal prices went through the roof and everybody was taking their cars to the crusher places. And I heard of was it in 1987, I believe, Chevrolet Caprice? It had like, was it 32,000 miles? Somebody had to put some kind of junk in it and ruin the engine. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why? Oh, I've known so many poor people that need good vehicles that they should have had that Caprice, I know, isn't it? Yeah, it was just weird. Yeah, I've known a lot of poor people that would have taken a Caprice. I owned an 86 Caprice, and they were pretty good cars. I had the V6 engine that was slower than a turtle, but it was reliable. Starter went out once, and I was stranded in Minnesota State. I think I was towed once in 2 or 3 years. I had the car, which wasn't bad. It's the time I was with my ex-girlfriend, in Mankato. Yeah, she hated that Caprice. She said, yeah, this car's so slow. And she said, this is ugly. It's like a box, she said. I said, yeah. And my dad got it for me. I was desperate for a car. And, I am trading a Grand Prix for a Caprice. I mean, yuck. Grand Prix T-top had style. But unfortunately, the Grand Prix and the Grand Prix T-tops, that ended up in the cash for clunkers because the gas mileage was, I think, 2 miles below the regulation of 25, I think it was, something like that. I think that was it was 3 miles less. Oh, yeah, the Park Avenue got too many miles to the gallon, so I couldn't take it for cash for clunkers, and at the time I didn't want to. So, yeah. That's what happened when the cash for clunkers. I told my mother, that's before she had them. I said, Mom, watch those used car prices. They're going to go through the roof. Mom says, I agree. That's terrible. I'm not going to answer it this time. He should know I'm on live, so. Yeah, he'll call me again. I'm live, so I'm going to talk to you guys for now. Sorry, Mike. Yes, the way it is. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to change my time to 2 in the afternoon because I've had it at 5 for a chat. No one's usually on, so I'm going to change it. Probably too much competition. Plus, everybody's eating dinner and stuff like that. So, hey. But anyway, oh boy. I just hope I can get another vehicle this year because I want to do some traveling videos again, because I haven't been doing any for the last, oh boy, was it 2 years? I know the other year I was kind of moving and I was getting dizzy. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. With 2 people in the room. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 2 people, 10 people, 50 people, 100. Yeah. Maybe I'll talk to some chats show in the future. I have a plan with someone. I won't tell you who it is unless we make an agreement. And it's not Sammy and Jimmy or Eggy. I'll give you a couple of hints there. So somebody else I have in mind, a friend, but this friend may say no, so I won't say what it is. Of course, no. Okay, now, yeah, I just hope I can do some parades this year and do some towns, even the small dumpy towns. I'll do, even though Google Maps can do that, you know. And yeah, I changed my new picture, and I got some pelicans in the water this time. The trouble is, when you do YouTube, I mean, you do videos for YouTube. Okay, you do this phone video, it's the pictures are like too large, you know. And then when I do my Kodak ZX3, it's just right. It's just weird. Well, thank you for stopping by, whoever you are. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, I always appreciate who stops by and stuff like that. The irony, I buy $50 for a headset, and I live in this new place. I don't need one. I'll see what happens at the end of March. I'll do some testing on Discord, of course, and make sure that I can be heard. So that way I can get my mic set up and ready, and you mark it, set, and go, and try to talk and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, gas prices are in Minnesota. It's $3.59 a gallon. So I know it was like a month and a half ago. It's $3.29. So boosted up 30 cents a gallon. And I noticed the food prices are going totally insane. Cereal has gone up. And the vegetable packets, like Bird's Eye, they went up too. It's. And the soda pop prices, they're just, there must be an artificial sugar shortage or something, because boy, $7-8 for a 12-pack of soda pop, that's too much. Even I bought some 7-Up for $4.98 on sale, I thought it was too expensive. I really did. Yeah, I just thought soda pop was too expensive. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way it goes sometimes, That's the way it goes with the soda pop prices, Maybe there's people, I don't know. See if in case there's nobody around, I'll sing that song again. I'm talking to myself and answering myself. And I was glad people were in the room, but they had to go. They're partying tonight. They're partying and having fun. It is Friday night. Yes, it is. It's Friday night. Mm-hmm. Ha ha. Oh yeah. It's Friday night. Ouch. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, my ankle's really sore sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow. Hey there, Bionicle Forever. Welcome. Yeah, I just trying hard to stay awake tonight. I've been more awake lately. I used to be very sleepy for some reason. Maybe when I was at the other place, maybe that bad smell made me go to sleep, but I'm just not as sleepy as I used to. Yeah, I am kind of tired myself. I try to do walking exercises every day, study for exam. There you go. Yeah, and you graduate and make the bread. Person has to these days. You know, yeah, that's the trouble. The prices are just insane. Food prices are high. The gas prices are going up. Yeah, good exercise is very important. Yeah, especially a guy my age of 58. Yeah. Police are here. Better hide. Oh. I hear the squad cars all like. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. The United States. We send all this money to foreign countries, and there's people in this country that need stuff, and there's roads that need repairing, and there's water that needs cleaning, and but the politicians, they get in and do this and that, and people complain about them, and as soon as the election time comes, they vote for the same ones over and over again. Captain Randy. Oh yes. Let's see, what's that? Captain Randy is yeah. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of captains, I remember that one of my favorite episodes on Star Trek that time when Captain Kirk was, I think, fighting the Klingons, and they were keeping on killing each other, and there's this yeah, oh yeah, the politics, yeah. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, people vote for the same ones, they'll do the same thing over and over again. That's the way it goes. You know, people vote for the same politicians, they'll do the same things over and over again. It's been that way for years. It's been that way for years. Yeah. Even back in times when I was a younger guy, of course, before the internet, we had regular newspaper and TV set with TV news, about three different networks, and PBS. Then the public access channel. That's back then when they could charge a lot of money if you want public access channel, but public access channel, they can't charge a lot of money anymore because we got channels like this now. So thank goodness. Because I remember when I was a younger guy, I was thinking, well, it would be neat if I get a show on public access channel. Hardly anybody watches it. Probably as much as watch my show. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Now, when I was in Minneapolis, then they expanded some networks. Was it Kitten 29 KITN, and they had KXLI 41 in the 80s. I remember that. A couple of extra networks. Yeah. And then after a while, in the 90s, they invented the internet, the early 90s. And then as time went by, the first time I saw the internet, I was at my brother's girlfriend's house. She had internet. It was so primitive. She paid was over $2,000 for the machines that we pay about $300-400 now for desktop. I'd rather use the desktop myself. As far as yeah, it was yeah, it was the public access, but now you got satellite dish with so many channels now, and I wouldn't get satellite dish because I get more than enough what I want to watch on the internet. There's people that ask me, don't you ever want to get satellite dish? I said, are you kidding? I get more than enough shows I got here on the internet. I got more than enough. I got my reruns of old time TV shows I like to watch, and clips of instant replays on and certain things, and I could watch old auto shows. Sometimes I'll watch Jay Leno's Garage and see what kind of vehicles he talks about. Jay Leno has some of the coolest vehicles you've ever seen. I think he has a 1958 Chrysler Imperial. That was so tough that they banned him from the demolition derbies because the frame is so strong. Then he got 6 miles to the gallon when he went downhill. Yeah. Oh, he just has all kinds of vehicles. Oh man, he has a 25 steam vehicle that was owned by Howard Hughes. That was like top end. Was it 70 miles an hour in 1925? Vehicles went about 35. But trouble is with steam vehicles, you got to do like what 18, 20 different things before you drive it on the road. Where the gasoline vehicles, you do four things and go. So people are going to choose the gasoline vehicles. So the steam vehicles went away and said goodbye. I think it's steam vehicle. If it would have been 10 years earlier, it would have given the gasoline vehicles some competition. But once the steam vehicles got more modern, it was too late because Henry Ford was mass producing the Model A and Model T Fords for what $300-400 a piece for a family vehicle, and people just hopped onto it. Then when the 30s came about, when car manufacturers are building different vehicles, Henry Ford was saying, "I'm not going to build different vehicles. I'm going to keep building these Model Ts because I like the style of them," says Henry Ford, even though his people would say, "Come on, Henry." Well, after a while, he did change because he was realizing his car company was losing money. So he says, "I better change." So they started to build different vehicles too. Yeah, he started listening to other people, and now he helped too, I suppose. But yeah, but as time went by, yeah, and of all the vehicles, people ask me what's the oldest vehicle I ever rode. It was a 1955 Buick by Lester Harstead of Sabika. I rode in the back seat with my uncle and my father. I think it was my father, my uncle, and Lester were driving around it, and I thought it was pretty cool. An old '55 Buick. I was like 6, 7 years old, and that was when it was legal to ride in a vehicle like that. Nowadays, a 7-year-old can't ride a '55 Buick. Most states anyway. I think in states like Montana, they'll overlook that. Because I mean, it's so wide open and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. But as time went by, different laws came about, and and that's the way it is. Yeah, vehicles is they have the seatbelt law. The vehicles get faster, and then they raise the speed limit. Everybody says, "What about a seatbelt law? Let's raise the speed limit. Let's make the vehicles faster, much faster. We got to go faster." Yeah, so then they build vehicles that fly what 200 miles. They get regular family cars that go with 130, 140 now. Yeah, yeah, regular family vehicles. Where you go back to the like late '70s, maybe the '77, '78 Pontiac Trans Am 455 V8 probably goes that fast, as fast as the old Trans Am. To be honest with you, as far as style is concerned, I'd probably rather have the Trans Am, but then that takes a lot of gas too. Did you ever ride a Trans Am? I don't think I, no, I don't think I ever have rode in a Pontiac Trans Am. No, no, I don't think I ever have. I rode in a car faster than a Trans Am, '67 Chevy Chevelle the XS396, totally souped up by a neighbor kid. He'd blow away Trans Ams off the road. Yeah. Now he has, I think, a '73 Nova, and Brian Worrell sometimes goes to auto shows, so I'll have to look at his Facebook page. So next time he has an auto show somewhere, I get a decent vehicle, I'm going to film it, and hopefully I can interview the guy. That's if he wants to, of course, probably give money to charity to him, but that's all right. That's okay. I don't mind. You know, I like to interview legends like him. Yeah, used to. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I've heard about Brainerd, Minnesota. When I heard about Brainerd, Minnesota, that a person can pay $25, they can race their car on the strip. I wouldn't wear a vehicle because I'll be blown off the road. And the old future Crown Vic would stand a prayer against a lot of the vehicles they'd race in Brainerd. Probably in their Corvettes and all those souped up vehicles. I think I think keep the racers off the road in Brainerd. That's the nice thing. Yes, I have. Yeah, by the way, in New Ulm, Minnesota, when I was visiting a friend, I saw that some 2003 Mercury Marauder was at the Ford dealership, in New Ulm. Yeah, it had like 140, 50,000 miles. It was in nice condition. Yeah, get this. I think they wanted like, oh, like $12,000, $13,000. Huh? You hate Monkey? Eh, I can't hate him because he'll run me off the internet if I hate him. He'll run me off the internet. Okay, back to the Mercury Marauder. Okay, yeah, this particular one, yeah, at the Ford dealership in New Ulm, they had like $12,000, $13,000 for it. 2 weeks later, they sold the vehicle. Had a lot of miles on it, but it looked really nice. Had that automatic transmission shifter on the floor. Oh man, that was cool. 2 weeks later, they sold it. Had a lot of miles on it. It was weird. It was one of those standard type odometers. Some pros need to stay together. Well, no, Cantor, he got me where I'm at today, and I haven't produced much there, Cantor. I haven't produced much. I've been basically a YouTube failure. That's what I am, a YouTube failure. But that's all right. Yeah. Yeah, Mustang. I never owned a Mustang. What is yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, let's see. What's the most fancy car I've ever owned? Okay, the fastest one I got is the current Buick Park Avenue, which will turn to a Crown Victoria, which that'll be faster. But other than that, I think the fastest car I had, I think, was the 1989 Mercury Cougar that broke down all the time. It had that 6-cylinder engine. Beautiful looking car. Cougar Luxury Sport. Trouble was, that thing broke down all the time. Loved the auto garages. Spent more time there than on the road. Yeah, it was kind of too bad. Yeah, I liked my 1978 Mercury Cougar that had the 351 Windsor V8 engine. Yeah, it was slow as a turtle, but it ran pretty good. Got 13 miles to the gallon on the highway tops when I rode with my late Uncle Ed in North Dakota. Because I was driving one time, Ed was figuring out the gas mileage. He says, "Hey, Randy, you're doing real good. You're getting 13 miles to the gallon on the highway. Yay!" My shoulders come in. Arm and shoulder. Ooh, sometimes hurts. Stinks. I don't know. I think I got to exercise more often or something. I hope I don't. Yeah. I like the Mercury Cougars, not the older ladies. Candor. I know what you mean there. Older ladies technically are not for me. I like the younger ones, to be honest with you. I like the younger ladies, but younger ladies are kind of hard to get for me, because a lot of the younger ladies, they like the guys with the bread. Same with the younger guys with the older ladies, to be honest. They like the bread. They like the fancy vehicle. They like the fancy boats, the fancy planes, fancy everything. I'm no Tony Randall. No. And I'm no Michael Landon. Too bad he's dead. But, and some other ones too that are much older. Yeah. Yeah, some of those celebrities, they can date people young enough to be their kids. Sometimes they date people younger than their kids. Was it Peter Townshend of the Who? His second wife was like 5 years older than a couple of his kids. You know, she's been married to him for years. So if you don't mind that old wrinkled up man that can play guitar, you know, as far as guitarists are concerned, he doesn't influence me for guitar. The ones that influence me is like Edge of U2 and let's see, George Harrison, the Beatles, and Eric Clapton, of course. People like that, you know, the outstanding guitarists. And Gary Rickrath of REO Speedwagon, a garbage band I don't like except for Gary Rickrath's guitar. That's the only thing I liked about the band is his guitar playing. You know, he had too much class for those yo-yos. And all those that like REO Speedwagon, that's fine. But I'm no fan of theirs. I used to be, but not anymore. They used to draw stadiums. Now they can't draw a small casino. You know, because after a while, when people get older, they sound more tired, and the crowds go away. Yeah, yeah, I did. I found that. Yes. Yeah, I found it. Yeah, it was just so weird. Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah, got it. Yeah, Aggie can play guitar. That's one thing I can't do. I can't play guitar. I can't sing as good as Aggie. And there's one guy that can really sing is Rusty Cage. That guy, if he was back in another era, I think in my opinion, between the 30s and the early 60s, I think he would have had some hits. But he'd have to sing different, of course. He can't sing edgy today. He'd have to sing totally different. He'd do it for money. You know, guy like him, for example. You know, yeah, just weird. I'm just not nearly as good as those guys. And other amateur singers too. I'm not that good of a singer, really, and I can't play guitar because the mind and my mind is kind of you know short circuited with fuses being short. You know, yeah. But what can I do? What can I really do? Yeah, yeah. What can I do? What can I do? Yeah, yeah. I like that lamp in the background. That's my parents' lamp from God, I think the '60s or something like that. Yeah, yeah. And that one in the right, I got the Salvation Army. I think I paid $12 for it. It was been sitting there for 4 or 5 months. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to buy it. And the lamp has worked great, and it's cool. It's easy when you want to read a book or something, you know. Yeah, I like those old style stuff. Yeah, yeah. I like to get a lot of that. See, the trouble is, I got some older stuff made in the United States. Those older stuff lasts longer than new stuff. That's the trouble with the new stuff. If it lasts 3 years, it wears out. If something lasts like 7, 8 years, you're lucky. I had an old Remington trimmer that lasted 8 years, kind of yanked the nose trimmer, you know. And then I had those new Norelco one that's easier. That wore out in 2, 3 years. I had to throw that in the garbage. Got another Norelco one and looked different, but I guess it's effective. So, hey, yeah, hey. Oh man, I'm so tired. Yeah, yeah, I'm just don't know when I'm going to get a different vehicle because I want to kind of travel and do some YouTubes and do some parade videos and go to the fairs. hopefully someday before I die, I want to go to Skidmore, Missouri and do a YouTube video, and stuff like that. I've tried that. Yeah, I hate it. I get cuts. I like using the Norelco 3 floating edge shaver. Yeah, unfortunately, my little brother Kenny died, and I inherited his 2 shavers. So kind of works good, except when you take it apart and put it together, it's kind of funky. you know. Yeah, and I don't like those Gillette razors either. They make cuts. So I like to shave faster, so I like the electric razor better. Myself. Yeah, I like it much better. Thank goodness for electricity. Yeah, without electricity, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. Oh yes, and lo and behold. My mother built us someplace, but yeah, you're the main champions anyway. There you go. Champions. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Kenny. Oh, my brother. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, he just loved professional wrestling and loved Gilligan's Island. And I used to say, Gilligan, jump for Gilligan. And he jumped real high for Gilligan because Bob Denver Gilligan was his favorite, one of his favorite actors. Yeah. And then for professional wrestling, he liked Demolition because I'd say, Demolition. Yeah, he loved Demolition. He thought it was funny how the way those guys beat up other ones. And yeah, he thought pro wrestling, of course, was real, and we know it isn't. But anyway, yeah, he, oh, one time he was running away, and mom, my sisters and I, we were looking all over the place for him, and then he was cut in front of yards. He was lucky dogs didn't bite him or someone didn't beat him up. Then when my mom got him home, they just spanked him like crazy, And, yeah, poor Kenny. He shouldn't have been really spanked, but yeah, we were growing up spanking with hands and belts. That was the norm back then. My family did it more than average, especially my father. But anyway, another one was when Kenny was in the street with a wagon. Some cop came up to him, kept talking to him, and he didn't answer. And the cop threatened him. I was just watching. Mother comes up. She talked to the cop, and she says, "Well, my son Kenneth, he can't talk. He's mentally disabled." And the cop said, "Really?" She says, "Yeah." And then he started humming. She says, "See, he can't talk. Kenny, can you talk?" And he couldn't talk. And the cop said, I'm sorry. You're not going to report this on me, are you?" And Bob said, "Oh, no, that's okay. I'm glad you stopped by." And the cop went and left embarrassed. Yeah. And the Brooklyn Park cop left embarrassed at the time because Kenny was in his wagon in the street. Oh, yeah, and sometimes he go, get real mad. Yeah, he argued with a dog across the yard named Trixie the collie. Luckily for us, Trixie was across the yard because, see, a lot of people are kind of stupid when it comes to dogs. They think dogs like collies and Dalmatians are harmless. They're known to bite people. Yeah. Even the little dogs like Chihuahuas, they're known to bite people too. Yeah. If some breeds of dogs that look innocent, they will bite. Yeah. Oh, yes. They will bite. Yeah, and I had that old Russian dog my nutty neighbor had named Diamond. She was a Samoyed or Samoyed. Yeah, it was like an $1,800 dog. Yeah, she was psycho because he trained her to be one. Yeah, guy who's lucky I didn't kick his ass. Always cut in front of my yard. Had his dog shit in the yard all the time, and I did. Sometimes you had to rake the leaves right away. So you get up in the morning, you got to rake the leaves as fast as you can. Otherwise, he'll just have his dog crap in the yard. He'd crap less. If there's less leaves, he'd crap less. Still did it once in a while, though. I was glad I moved out of Wadena. Yeah, that guy was just annoying. Yeah, I'll tell you his name. His name is Pastor Robert Bateson, a real fucking shithead. Lucky he's lucky I didn't attack him. Very disrespectful. They called the cops on him. They wouldn't do anything to him. He cuts in front of yards all the time and probably still does. And then the house got sold in Wadena, which was good. And then once I get my storage stuff out of Brainerd sometime, that'll be the last time I'm ever going to go to central Minnesota. I'm never going to go back. Never. No, never. Because I have no reason to go up there anymore. Yeah, I know my brother have graves up there, but, I just go to find a grave and look at it. It's all it takes. Just look and find a grave. That's enough. Yeah. Yep. And if it was me, if I ever die, I will get cremated. They can dump my ashes in the Mississippi because I don't want to take up grave space. I don't want to. Because the computers have our names anyway, and papers have our names. So there's a time when graves and dates were necessary. Yes, at one time. I don't think it is anymore, but there's always people that want that, so it's going to be around, and that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. In Crystal Lake Cemetery, where my grandma and grandpa are buried, a lot of gangs are running around over there now, so you got to be careful going to Crystal Lake, because back then it was safe to go to the cemetery, but now you got to watch your back. Got to watch your back when you go to the cemetery in Minneapolis, in that part of town where it's Humboldt and all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish I would have had money. I would take my brother Kenny with me, but he ended up in the group home. The poor guy, he hated it there. Didn't like it. Yeah. I feel sorry for those disabled people that have to go in that group home. Ones that can't talk. I'm sure the staff fiddles with the good-looking ones, fiddles around. Who knows? Because, they don't pay those group home employees very much. So you're always going to get some that, they're really good-looking. Yeah. You're always going to get some like that. You're always going to get some like that all the time. Yeah, if I have a son or daughter, and I was married, as long as I live, my son or daughter would not go to a group home. They'd stay with me, Yeah. Oh, as far as Kenny is concerned, yeah. I miss him so much. Yeah, I'd say what his train says, choo, choo, choo. For a train, you do that. Yeah. He knew some words, but not very much. Couldn't put a sentence together. Couldn't read or write, Yeah, it's because the umbilical cord tied across him before he was born. My mother fell down the stairs doing laundry, so yeah. I miss the poor guy. Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I really miss the poor guy. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I like living here better. Now I can talk without those headphones. It's so much better without those headphones. Yeah, I feel more relaxed because those headphones, I feel like I'm kind of stranded, hooked up to the dumb desktop. Yeah. And as far as the smartphone is concerned, I don't like using the smartphone for things because Chris, the only time I use it really is answering the phone and asking Google what the weather is outside. Yeah, I just like bigger screens better. Yeah, I like bigger screens better. Oh, right. Oh, just gotta stretch up for a while. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sometimes, up to the level I'm in, you always deal with those trolls. Always deal with the trolls. Yeah. Trolls are very strange. Sometimes there's times where I wish I was way back where nobody knew who I was except for a couple of people. Sometimes I wish I was back in those days. Days of 100 subscribers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. I have to learn to ignore the trolls, but it's not easy. Yeah, sometimes I just like to get even with certain people. Yeah, lucky for them, I don't. Lucky for them, I don't. Yeah. Oh man. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Take yourself a bye. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate those that stop by. It's always nice. It's always nice to have people come and go all the time. Yeah. Yeah. It's always nice. Yeah. Oh, see how long you can hang on to me. See how long you can hang on. Yeah. Oh, I'm just like, ooh, ouch. Oh, raise my arm. Oh, there we go. Oh, ooh, ooh. Ah, why does it have to be the right arm? I wish it was the left instead. This is my right arm. This is my punching arm. I do almost everything with my right arm. This one I only balance. I hate to start writing with the left hand. That'd be difficult. It'd take me all day to write a check. Yeah. I'll just get a check stamp. I'll do the check stamper. Yeah, but I prefer to write my own checks. That's for sure. Mhm. So, yep, by the end of May, time tentative, we'll see what happens for the future. See what happens for the future. Yeah, I just appreciate people stopping by, listening to me talk. It is so nice. It is, yeah. It's very nice. Yeah. Ah. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Heck. Yep, just waiting for things. That's what I'm doing. Maybe in 6 minutes. Maybe now that I think I'll call it a show. Yeah, sometimes I'm just so tired. I'll just try to hang in there. Best I can. Ow! That snappy ankle of mine ever since I was a kid. The ankle likes to snap. At that time. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh. 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 Yeah. Let's see what's going on with other YouTube stuff on Twitter. See what's going on. Oh, let's see. How much? How much going on? I was seeing if anybody else is on live besides me, but it doesn't look like it. How many hats? I did have about 7, 8, but I'm gonna go down to about 3 hats, and some of those my other ones. I just use it to balance my sunshade for my Park Avenue. And I'll probably give it to charity or something. Yeah, some of those hats I just don't like them. You know. Yeah, I got bored and bought a lot of hats, but after a while, I just get my favorites. This one, the driver's cap, and that white cap for parades outside. So, but you don't want to wear this cap on a hot day because the heat will soak in, and person will feel really hot. Yeah, person will feel real hot. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, person will just feel real hot. And yeah, yeah. I say, hopefully I can catch up on some of my other videos. I'm kind of behind. It'll be mostly food, but one's gonna be a travel video. It won't be much, you know. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get a different vehicle, and hopefully I can film my Park Avenue going in the Crusher, because technically it's like too unsafe to drive. It's too unsafe to drive, so it's gonna have to go to the Crusher. I'm sure I'll pull the engine out first if the parts are good. But the body parts, most of them are no good. They are no good. Except for maybe a couple of door handles. Yes. The seats are goofed up. The leather's cracking. Where my temperature is. Um, what if what if it what if it Christine's income was back? Oh, that one, yeah. Oh, that old car Christine. I remember that. Yeah, I read the book. I should watch that movie sometime. Oh no, it's like it's on its last legs and ready to die. That's all right. That's okay. That is all right. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, I'll try 10 more minutes. I'll try. I'll try my best. Hopefully, there'll be some more people coming, but they're probably getting drunk or high someplace. Drunks and druggies out there, so really going to town. Really going to town. Oh, oh God. Oh, oh, my shoulder hurts. Stinks. I think when the fall time comes, I'll have to check with my doctor. Just hope I'm not deteriorating. Yeah, it's a little bigger. Yeah, yeah. I got different roommates that are a little nicer, so a little nicer than the last ones, which is good. Yeah, now I can talk a little louder than before. Before I had to be really silent at times when they're home. Now they're a little more lenient. They don't care about YouTube neither, but yeah, they just say you go have fun. You're an old man. And I say thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what I say. Oh, yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Finally. Better. It's ouch. Yeah. Ow. You have to start Ow. I'll have to exercise it more so I don't totally break down. Yeah, because if a person doesn't do certain things, it's going to break down. Yeah, I just don't want to break down or anything. Hey, do you Wildlords fans? I don't see you break down. I see my fire. I want to break down. And that's enough. It's a, it's enough. People break down. Oh, the ankle snaps again. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just. Oh, let's see now. Oh, maybe if I go to bed, clean up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Clean up and sleep. Clean up and sleep. That's for sure. Right. For sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. Not too much. God, it's 34 degrees in New Ulm in Wadena right now. I mean, excuse me, New Ulm and Mankato. And it's Friday, April 21st. Should be probably about 50 degrees at least for the low. Yeah. Yeah, Mankato, New Ulm, Garden City, Wasika, St. Peter, that area, Medelia, Edska, Good Thunder, Lake Crystal, Janesville, Elysian, Farm America. Yeah, Farm America, Minnesota. There's actually such a town as Farm America. Yeah, more would mean towns in central Minnesota. Clitorol, Climax, Nimrod. Yeah, a lot of weird name towns. Weird name towns. Yeah. Yep, that's for sure. I'm just so tired. Yeah. I think it's time for 3 more minutes on that. Call it night. I just can't. I just don't have the stamina. I just hope the weather does warm up pretty soon. Yeah, having cold days where you gotta wear a heavy jacket at the end of April is just getting ridiculous. But ridiculous. Was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago? It was like 86 degrees outside. It was like very warm. Very, very warm outside. And it turned cool. Yeah, it turned cool. Yeah. Hmm. Let's see. Okay. Right. Unless it's wrong. You and me are the only ones in the room that old school Dave. Yeah. It's okay. I'm just glad you stopped by all that time. Let's talk all day. And glad others stopped by earlier. Yeah. My roommate coughing. Hopefully, he was smoking cigarettes or something. Never know. Never know. Yeah, it might be. Never know. I hope not. I sure won't smoke and start things. Yeah, cigarettes are yuck. All that garbage. No, thank you. No, thank you on the cigs. So, old school Dave, and anybody else, have a nice night.